Hi everybody, hello. Welcome to today's episode of What Day Is It with Danielle. Welcome. Okay, I just gotta make myself comfortable. I don't know why I don't make myself comfortable before I sign on the lives, but I'll tell you why I don't make myself comfortable before. Because I only sit in this chair like literally a millisecond before I go live because I don't know, like if the kids see me sitting in the chair, it's like a magnet for everybody to climb all over me. But when the tripod is here and it's for work, they like sort of get it and respect that boundary because I really don't work any other time during the day. But I can't like abuse that, so I can't sit in the chair a minute longer than I need to, you know what I'm saying? And today was rough. I don't know. I think we just like hit a wall today where there was like, no, I hit a wall today where it was either like, okay, I entertain you or nothing, right? Like if I'm not entertaining you, if I'm not sitting down, if we're not playing Rummikub Club, if we're not painting together, if we're not making bath bombs together, if we're not baking together, if we're not coloring together, then it's like they don't know what to do. Like they walk around, there's nothing to do, I'm bored. I'm like, but you can't be bored because you haven't spent any time occupying yourself. Any time that you've been occupied is time that I've been occupying you, time that I've been your Mora. And like I said today, I'm like, you're this age, you're this age, you're this age. You don't need a Mora. Like I love getting the opportunity every, like to in the morning do an activity, then make lunch together, then do an activity in the afternoon together. But those in-between times, you really do have to get back to finding a way to entertain yourself. Read a book, play a game against each other, Magnetiles, Play-Doh. The problem, like something like that. The problem is that it's almost been so long of this, and they've had so much of like time with me and with Ellie, I guess, where they haven't had that quality time with parents in such an extreme way since they went to Ghan for the first time at like whatever 2 or 3 years old, that they sort of forgot that they could function without us every single second. And now I'm wondering, like, what's the reintegration to being away from your parents gonna be like after all of this? It's probably gonna be another transitional period for a lot of children out there. They do have schooling. My kids' schooling is on the phone. They actually do it all in the morning. They have 5 classes a day that are put on the telephone. The classes are anywhere between 30 and 40 minutes. And they finish pretty early. We wake up here. I wake up every morning with like 6 a.m. At 6 a.m. with Elisheva. I come out. I want to say that by like 7:45, everybody is out, which means people have been trickling in early. By 8 o'clock, everybody's dressed, davened, ready for the day. And by 10 o'clock, everybody's finished with their school. So then there's like a lot of hours left of the day because, Yecheskel Meir's older, so he goes to sleep later. And obviously, Toby's not going to go to sleep till Meir goes to sleep. And Leia's not going to go to sleep till Toby goes to sleep. So the day doesn't really end until like 10:30 at night. So it's a long day, which is fine. I'm at the other end of the spectrum. My kids' school home is so full on. I wish I had more time with my kids that wasn't about being their school facilitator. I hear that also. I do. I see it both ways. Our schooling gets done pretty early, and then it's like me entertaining them all day, which I really do enjoy. I just need those in-between times. I need them to remember that they can be entertained without me being their Mora. And these are kids that are old, like they haven't had Moras in a while. I just think that's how it's been for the past 6 weeks. So the lines are blurred and things like that. And I really am wondering what the transition away from me will be like because they've had so much of me and my attention and this quality time. What's it going to be like when we don't have it? Is the time from school till bedtime going to be enough for them at that point? Are they going to crave more than that time? And when they do come home at 5:30 p.m. and they don't go to sleep till 10 or 10:30, are they going to need to be with me for those 5 hours, like super duper be with me because they weren't with me all day and that's what they were used to? I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. I mean, Halavai, we should get to that stage, right? Where we have to worry about reintegration. Oh my gosh, I almost did it with my fingers, but I caught myself. Anyway, we're here today. We have a really exciting giveaway at the end of the day, specifically for all my Israeli ladies out there. It is Yom HaAtzmaut today, so, happy Yom HaAtzmaut. Maybe from partner projects. We have been sleeping until 11 a.m. Whoa, Malki! That's really nice. I wish I could sleep in. I really do. Sometimes I wake up in the morning, I'm like, why? For what? why can't I just like relax here? But I can't. Like once Elisheva's up, I'm up. I actually will say that the days that I do sleep even a little bit later, like if I make it till like 7:30, I don't like it. Then I'm frustrated. I feel like I'm playing catch up the whole day. I need maximum sunlight hours. I feel like I'm a plant, and like the way flowers and trees need to take in chlorophyll as like, you know, they need to take in sunlight to create chlorophyll. That's like their blood, right? It like energizes them. I think I'm a plant, and like my energy comes from the sun. Like I need to soak up as much sunlight. I'm a solar panel, basically. My energy is solar power. That was hilarious. Oh my God. Okay. Oh, I see a question. Okay. Hi, I feel you. Okay, I think we can jump right into our first guest. I'm really excited about our guests today. I'm just going to bring on the first one. She doesn't need an introduction, but of course I'm going to introduce her because you know, I love the introduction part of this. We are bringing on a woman that I really admire. First of all, she runs a super incredible, trend-setting, Shipra, I was in the middle of
Hey.
Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Let people finish their introductions, but I'm going to finish yours because you're not going to do yourself justice, and I will. Flatigs Magazine is an incredible magazine. It basically is taking the kosher world up to the next level of the food world, which is really where it needs to be. There is no reason that kosher food needs to be anything less than stellar and delicious and just as beautiful as it is delicious. And that's what they do at Flatigs Magazine. And they bring new recipes and new content and travel content, and they're trying to educate you. And their Butcher's Cut is my favorite article every month. I think I told you that. And it's all because of this amazing woman, Shipra Klein, who is the most chilled out, incredible person to work with. Has anything ever faced you? That's like a real question. What would upset you? What would it take to get Shipra upset?
Well, actually, I mean, very rarely, you're right. But besides like anti-Semitism or something, that could get me riled up. But otherwise, yeah.
Otherwise, no, you're just like even keeled.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And in it, like these, except that sometimes these even keeled, very chilled people are not passionate about things or projects. You are very passionate. You're passionate about your food. You're passionate about the way it looks, the way it's presented. That's a really hard balance to achieve, to be so chilled and so calm and so passionate.
Yes. I don't know, but I am so passionate about.
Wait, you're very blurry and cutting up and like choppy.
Do you see me now?
Yes, it's so much better.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm definitely, thank you for the intro. Yes, definitely. I'm so passionate about everything you spoke about. I mean, I don't know how it goes together. I can't explain it, but I really can't.
Okay, let's just dive in and let me just like, address the elephant in the room, which is that everybody on here doesn't know, but I know that by default, me super duper messed you over for this upcoming issue because you were kind enough to dedicate a lot of your issue to the launching of the cookbook, which is now not launching until Shabbos Nachamu.
Right.
And you could not have been more gracious and nice and considerate about the whole situation. So you basically have been scrambling to redo the whole issue this month. So can you tell us what to expect this month from this like last minute, I mean, sometimes it's really where the best things come from. So
100%. Like besides the fact that you didn't mess us up, so that's another story altogether. We actually also had to push off our restaurant issue. We were going to publish the restaurant issue right after Pesach. So basically the restaurant issue was going to come into people's mailboxes like Motzei Pesach. Our subscribers were going to get this beautiful restaurant issue. So already that was in the works. They had to cancel that because there's no restaurant. And like, how can you put out an issue about restaurants when there's no restaurants?
It's not relevant. Also,
yeah,
you know
exactly.
what? It's very sad, but who knows how many of those restaurants might even not exist after all of this.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. There's so much uncertainty. I think that's what it is. Like,
Yeah.
there's so much uncertainty around us. Yeah, so basically, we had a lot of stuff, thankfully, because it wasn't just restaurants. So, like, I had something to pull from, thank God. So, a lot of it has to do with that. Like, anything that was relevant. So, we had a story on Sage Kitchen. I don't know if you've been, I think I brought you some of the stuff during the shoot, right?
And I didn't know it was parve because it was so good.
Oh,
You
such
like
good
brought
stuff.
it over and I was like, no. You were like, did you taste it? I was like, no, I didn't taste it on Fleishix. And you're like, no, it is parve. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
I could not believe it. I dove in. I ate everything. There was like a few things in the box. They were amazing. Amazing.
So exactly. So like something like that, we did a story on Sage Kitchen. So they're going to be part of the magazine with all of those recipes. So the owner of the restaurant was kind enough to share recipes with us. So that's really cool. We have the story. This is another story that's a lot of what we're doing is related to the time period that we're living in. So like the story of Wall Street Grill, we did this huge get together at Wall Street Grill. And the whole idea was to do a story on fashion and food. It was honoring the vendors at the Brooklyn Market. And what happened was the Brooklyn Market was canceled. Like literally everything in the magazine is connected to the coronavirus. Like we've all sort of had to like make do with so many adjustments. So it's fascinating to see how it all comes from that. But there's such cool content as a result. Like we interviewed Elisheva from the Nellis Group, and like we got a story on like how it affected her, how it affected the businesses. So it's really, really interesting. So besides the recipes, there's a lot of interesting, relevant content that's related to the time that we're living in.
That's amazing. So, okay, so someone actually wrote here that they want a teen or young adult section to Fleishix. Can I answer that for a second and tell me if you feel how I feel? I feel like you don't need a teen or young adult section. The magazine is actually incredibly articulate. The recipes are really well-rounded and incredibly informative. There's so much information in the recipes, and there are so many different types of recipes in each issue. I feel like there's easy, intermediate, more difficult, not even more difficult, just maybe more involved. There's something for everyone in every magazine, and it's all appropriate content. It's all really interesting. I mean, my kids, I leave them out. My kids sit and look through them, and I find the content fascinating for any age group. I don't even think you need a specific section. Like, do you feel like that?
I mean, you literally took the words out of my mouth.
Oh.
I literally, I can't even tell you. And I have teenagers. I have a 13-year-old and a 15-year-old. And basically, I just let them do what they want. And they're so capable. Sometimes these young kids are more capable than we are, which like could make you feel a little old. But like, you know, they really can do a lot. I think it could surprise you how much your kids could do. I really think so.
I agree. And I actually found that like one of the best ways to teach them to cook was to put on cooking videos, like YouTube channel videos, cooking videos.
Yes.
The truth
my
is
son
that
downloaded. What?
No, what were you saying? What did you download?
I said my son downloaded the BuzzFeed Tasty app, and like he's been like making all these. He got a little carried away last week because I was like washing dishes the whole week from all his creation. But he was able to. He made us like such gourmet food. So like really, yeah.
I actually let my kids watch Top Chef Junior because I love Top Chef, but the language in Top Chef is questionable sometimes. But whatever, so I don't want them watching that. But they watch Top Chef Junior, and it's been amazing. Like Mayor asked me tonight for making hamburgers. He was like, "Can we make a velouté to go with that?" No.
That's adorable. Oh, that's so cute.
Okay, so what should we be most excited about for the upcoming May issue?
It's so hard to choose what to be most excited about. I think that just generally it's going to be really interesting to see how it's going to be so interesting to see the connection between the food and what we're going through. I think there's like a different food perspective right now, so we like really incorporated that. Like how are we rethinking about food because of like the time period that we're in. I think all of us really appreciate everything that we have so much more. So that comes to play. I'm trying to think, I mean, we're doing like a step-by-step on making gnocchi. This was part of the restaurant issue where the most requested recipe we got was Mike's Bistro's duck confit gnocchi.
It's really delicious. It is.
Yeah.
It's very, very delicious.
And so we did this really great double-page spread on a step-by-step guide on how to make it. And your kids can make it too, trust me, because it's so simple. And then we did this whole article on making duck confit, which you could also do with chicken. So that's interesting. And we like mindful of in the whole magazine, like what to do if you don't have that, which is something that everyone's going through right now. That's really cool.
Because of how, so wait, but in this time, because of everything going on, what would be the best way to get the May issue?
So the best way to get the May issue is to order it online, fleischiks.com. Basically, at this point, in all honesty, we still don't know if we're going to put it in the stores. We had originally said we wouldn't. We're like, we don't know what's going to, a lot of the magazine is distributed in stores like Barnes & Noble's, Books A Million, Whole Foods. And so that distribution is a little bit like shaky because these stores are closed. Like in New York, you can't go to Barnes & Noble. So like, because of that, we decided let's just offer it by mail only. It's just going to be simpler for everyone. So currently that's the option. Our distributor was like, don't do that because everyone's desperate for reading material. So like send it to the store. Oh, there's my phone. Oh. But for now, go online, fleischiks.com. And
it's actually a really good deal because if you subscribe to the magazine, you get 11 issues in 12 months, I think, right?
Yes.
And it's like
11 issues a year.
Right?
What?
It's $49 for 11 issues.
Yes, right? That's right. That's with your code.
So it's like $4.50 a month for an incredible magazine where you get like 30 to 40 new recipes every month. And I am telling you, this is not sponsored. I am telling you, the recipes are worth it. You don't look at it and you're like, oh, I'm not going to make this. You look at this, you're like, okay, I'm going to make this for dinner tonight. I'm going to make this for Shabbos. Next week, I'm going to make this for dinner. I'm going to make this for Shabbos. Like, they're really, really practical recipes. The magazine is beautiful to look at. You make them over and over again. I actually... the Pesach issue from last year that I edited with you, I put in my Pesach box and I used it this year. Like, I didn't open up a single recipe book except for the Fleischiks because I don't know. I like, first of all, I knew that I needed Isaac's crepe recipe. I knew that I needed, Beth Warren had put in a really good Pesach recipe that I wanted to make again. Like, is the code still active, Shipra?
I think so. I'm going to share it with you after, and I'll let you know which code to use.
Somebody's asking if you deliver in Israel. The answer is yes. I subscribed and I pay for it. It is worth it. It is about $90 with shipping, but it is absolutely worth it because when you go and buy a magazine in Israel, it costs 40 shekel a month, 35 shekel. To buy like some of the mainstream weekly magazines cost 35 shekel a week. This is $90 for the whole year, which is like 270 shekel for the entire year for 10 issues. That means you're paying 27 shekel in an issue, which is significantly less than we pay for any other magazine. So even with shipping, it's cheaper than if they distributed and you would buy it here. So absolutely get it. It does come about a week to 10 days later than it comes out in America, but like it's fine because you got the previous one 10 days later, so it gets you through.
Yes, that's right. Well said. Thank you very much. I couldn't have said anything even better. That's like the summary. Yeah.
You know what? When your company and what you're doing is so transparent and so it's easy to see. It's easy to get. Like anybody that follows you and watches you and sees what you do every week and every month, I think could say what I'm saying because it's so clear and obvious and it's so consistent.
That's right. I mean, I saw a lot of people commenting that they want it in the stores, so we'll see. But for now, the online is the best way to get it.
What happens now, like practically with the next issue? Let's say May, June. June would be the next one, Shavuos?
Yeah, so the next issue that's coming out of the Shavuot issue, because of the time frame of Pesach ending in April, our next issue is coming out like in a week. It's going to be the Shavuot issue. And then the next issue is going to be the summer issue. So we're very excited about that. In general, like with everything, I think it's about like taking it day by day. So right now it's like there's going to be a July issue. We have a photo shoot planned, and like everything is in the works as much as we possibly can, as if it was a, regular
Can
time.
I ask a question, Shifra? We never really get to see like Shifra. Like, what do you like to eat when you have an ideal day of eating? Like, is it flay shakes? Is it milkshakes? Like, do you secretly love milkshakes?
No, this is the hilarious thing is that I work with my husband, Shlomi. So we work together. He is obsessed
which also,
with
by the way, is another level of godless in your favor. Like, it's amazing. Ellie's been in Israel for like 6 weeks. I'm like, don't you have to go to America for work?
I know we were like the only ones ready for quarantine. Like, we're ready for this. We do this all the time.
This is your moment to shine.
Exactly. I forgot what I was saying.
Oh, if you really like milkshakes. Are you as
I love flay. I'm authentic flay shakes lover. I could eat flay shakes for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I could wake up in the morning and have steak and eggs. So, like, Shlomi is the one that's never flay shake. He loves cheesecake. This is the funniest thing. Like, when we got married, he was the one like telling me, "Let's go to Tea for Two." That's like in the olden days, And I'm no, let's go to Dougie's. Like, we like have to compromise on that. So this goes like flay shake is authentic. I love it. Like, I have Russian roots. I could eat like chicken and potatoes. Like, that's my comfort food. I love it.
That's hysterical. Wait a second.
Yeah.
But where does coffee fit into that picture?
Coffee is a big part of it. I do coffee in the morning, and then that's it. But I could drink black coffee. Yeah, but I can do a black coffee. Just like cold brew water and ice. Yeah.
Okay. The truth is, I've been trying to do black coffee. I tried for like 2 weeks, and then quarantine happens, and I was like, I need sugar and I need milk in the coffee now.
Yeah.
That's the only way I'm getting out of bed. But I do I can't eat flay shakes 3 times a day. But if somebody gives me dinner and it's not flay shakes, it's not dinner. Like, pizza for lunchtime is fine. It's a meal.
I totally relate to that.
Pizza at night is a snack. Pizza at night is not a meal.
100%. It's just not. It doesn't do it. Nothing. Not pasta, not pizza, nothing.
I mean,
totally.
These people basically say I almost never, although the last like 2 months I have been trying to do more legumes, which I have like become more, I'm actually a little bit legume obsessed, like all varieties, lentils, chickpeas, beans, and those meals are fine. It's like the dairy meals that are not good for me at night. I don't want it. It's not what I crave.
100%. I mean, totally. Yeah.
I know, but since when I found have you tried the Beyond beef?
Yes, I did. It's good.
Wait,
there's one? Beyond Impossible.
No, so I don't know what the Impossible one I liked. The Beyond I like much more.
I don't know if I actually like really got into the difference. I'm not so like
picky.
I don't know. I'm so excited to have meat, so I'm like whatever. But I guess it's really interesting to try it with real cheese. Did you try that?
Yes. So that's what I did, because here's my theory. Real dairy, fake meat is better than real meat, fake dairy. I think fake dairy is disgusting.
As of now, it's not really been amazing. I mean, the smell when you do it, it has a very interesting aroma. Yeah.
I'll tell you what happened. Like 2 years ago, I went out with a few girls for somebody's birthday, and they brought us a vegan cheesecake.
Oh no.
I almost threw up.
Yeah.
I literally like it. It was so difficult to swallow. It was one of the most disgusting things I've ever eaten in my life. But since then, I've been scarred. I cannot
Yeah.
eat cheesecake anymore. Cannot eat
Cheesecake in
cheesecake.
general as a whole?
No, I
Wow.
can't. I can't. I put it near me, and all I smell and see is that vegan cheesecake.
No
It looked
way.
like it was regurgitated and put back together.
Oh my gosh.
It's one of my worst food memories. Like I have so many amazing food memories, and that stands out as the worst bite of food I've ever taken in my life.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Worse than bananas and worse than raisins. So that's really saying something. So I can't do the fake cheese. I don't know. But I did make Beyond Beef burgers with cheese on top, and they were delicious.
Yeah,
Super.
they're very good. They taste like flavored sausages almost, you know? It's like flavored burgers. It tastes like the flavored burgers. The burgers that have like
you just have to really know how to work with it. Because you have to cook it all the way through. You can't leave it like medium or medium well, because you really have to break down the fibers and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, wait. So, but Fleischigs magazine for Shavuos is not Milchiks, right?
No, it's not Milchiks. It's Fleischigs. Parav also,
We really
which we do a
appreciate
lot
that,
of.
though. So many people don't eat Milchiks on Shavuos.
100%. And it's one
a
meal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one meal. And we're very much into like, there's so many Milchik amazing recipes and even other magazines that will provide that for you. We really want to stick to like what we feel is our strong point. So that's what we do. It's like, you know, stick to what you're good at and like, you know, have a very unique voice. So that's what,
do you
that's why we
prefer
stick
to eat home, to like cook for yourself and eat home, or to go out to dinner?
So, I mean, going out, actually, it's so interesting now that we can't go out. You realize that going out isn't just about the food, you know? It's about going out, and it's the experience of getting in the car, getting dressed, meeting people, seeing people, sitting around people. We all miss, like, being that in that vibe. But, like, yeah, that's what eating out is about. A lot of times, you could probably go home and make the same thing. It's about, you know, the experience of going out to a restaurant that's just so it's so unique, which I love.
Yeah,
it's such a great outlet.
It's a reason to get dressed that night.
Exactly. So most, like I have a friend.
Wait, you're breaking up again, Shifra. Sorry.
Is this better? Is this better?
No,
is this better?
It's still blurry. No.
Okay.
Nope.
I'll try to walk around. Let's see.
Okay, wait. I'm going to answer. Somebody said, is Fleischigs really mostly meat? Is it not good for a vegetarian? It is absolutely good for a vegetarian. There are so many side dishes and vegetable dishes in there. And actually, vegetable cookery, I've said this on my Instagram many times, is something that is seriously lacking in the kosher world. You know, most vegetables end up in kugels or sheet trays roasted. Like, there's no in between. And Fleischigs magazine is really the only place that is doing anything with vegetables outside of a roasting pan or a kugel. So I absolutely think it's for vegetarians. Okay. Oh, you're
Can you see me now? Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Somebody is asking about meat for Shavuos. And I'm curious, like, could we get a little sneak peek of what the Butcher's Cut article is for Shavuos? Could you tell us?
Yes, it's duck legs.
What? Oh, that makes sense.
Unexpected.
Okay,
that's right. We went all for it. Yes, and we had Isaac Bernstein, who was he contributes to our magazine often, so he did 3 ways to cook the duck legs, and then we did I think 6 or 7 ways to use duck confit. And like I said, you could use chicken, so it's really cool. I just wanted to use
a cut. Poultry in the Butcher's Cut?
This is our first one. It's our first, yeah.
How did it look? How did the picture look?
It's really interesting. Duck legs hanging.
Those are my favorite pictures. It's my favorite article every issue. I have a deep obsession with butchery. It's really weird.
Yeah.
I am a squeamish person. I could never be a doctor. I can't watch surgeries. It's not the same media for me. I don't like that stuff. I don't like science. But I got obsessed with all these different YouTube butchery videos. They're not all in English. It's weird. Some are Russian, some are Italian, from different butchers from different countries. And every country butchers its cows differently. It's really crazy. and it's like really an art, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's really amazing. And if you love food and you love to cook, I don't really see how you could not appreciate the butchery aspect to it. But that's why I love the butcher's cup, because it totally feeds that like desire to, you know, I don't know.
I know, like year 3, when we're like really established, we'll do like a real visual on like breaking down meat or something. But even like on Instagram, if you ever want to watch one of these videos, like it comes across as like offensive content. Like you have to click that you're okay watching it. Like there are certain, yes, because people find it offensive. So it's something that's like either somebody appreciates, either you appreciate it, or it's like you just can't handle it.
That's crazy. I don't know, on these, like when you see like these really good YouTube videos, the process is almost clean, and it's kind of like a symphony. It happens so quickly and beautifully, and like they start with this like giant hunk, and then you see this table, like all of these beautiful pieces, and zero waste, no waste, nothing is thrown out. It's all repurposed, used for something. I feel it's actually very respectful to the animal.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in total agreement, and it's fun. Like I started to recently break down stuff myself just for fun. It's really fun. Yeah, especially in quarantine. I broke down a minute roast to make the minute London broil minute fillet. So you know how minute roast has the sinew in the center?
Yeah.
So I broke that down. That was really fun. I'll break down like a chuck to get like different. Actually, what's really fun is if you get like a chuck roast, a good quality chuck roast, you can break them down into just steaks. And they're great on the grill. So we did that on Cholomite. It was so much fun. Yeah, just different things, you know, living with the brand every day.
That's amazing. It's really incredible. Do you ever veer outside of beef to other proteins? Yeah, I mean, we did at home, in your house. Right?
Oh, in my house? Yeah, I mean, we're very into chicken, like any other, you know. We love chicken.
Chicken
fish.
is underrated. Chicken is underrated. Chicken is it's basically the best protein. It's so good.
The truth is, though, I think, it's amazing. But I think in 5 towns, which is where I live, I think that people are into it. In Gourmet Glatt, in the beginning of the coronavirus outbreak, they had no chicken. Like everyone was just like, chicken, we need our chicken. But yeah, we love raw tuna is amazing, like sushi grade tuna. We always have a bunch in our fridge. Like Shabbos is the easiest thing to make. Is like you defrost the tuna and then make like some salad with it. It's so good.
Delicious. I also love tuna. Is my favorite fish, but only raw.
Yeah, raw tuna is so good.
What about like? But okay, Schleimy is South African, right?
Yes.
Do you ever dabble in like the lamb, that type of protein?
Yeah, we did lamb on Pesach, actually. That was our butcher's cut. We did like lamb for braising, so that was interesting. We don't do it so often. Like, you know, Schleimy loves the milchik, so like I'm not making hunks of meat for him all the time, which is so ironic. It drives me crazy. But yeah, but yes.
Ellie is also not a huge meat eater. Ellie is like one step away from being a vegetarian, but I literally force him to eat the meat. Like I force it. No, because it's the worst thing that could happen is him being. I can't handle that. Yeah,
that's a whole different. Yeah. Then there's.
He at this point he won't eat turkey. He will only eat chicken, and he will only eat beef. He will only eat chopped meat from America, not from Israel.
Really?
And everything must be burnt. Like even if the steak is well done and you slice it and it's well done, like it's great all the way through. Nope, each piece has to be seared.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. It's not even.
Yeah, now I'm like speechless. Yeah.
So basically, I feed my kids raw meat to counterbalance that. They're like, "Oh, you're making hamburgers?" I'm like, "Yeah, taste it. Taste the meat. Tell me if it's good. Tell me if it's good." They're like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "It's fine. Just taste it." Because I want them to like that consistency. I'm
right, 100%. Yeah.
It is what it is. Okay. Well, we're really excited for the Shavuos issue, Shifra. Thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Okay, thank you so much for having me over. And yeah, it was great to be here.
It's so nice to see you face to face.
Yeah, exactly. Human interaction somewhat.
Exactly. Okay, wait, Shifra, we have a question for you. What's for lunch today and what's for dinner tonight?
Oh, wow. Okay. What is for dinner tonight? We did an experiment with top of the rib. I ordered from Girl and Behold a top of the rib with a fat cap on. Because that's really
fat cap.
Yeah, yeah, it's very interesting. So we're having that. My kids are so excited. I did like
You've been cooking it for a long time already?
I cooked yesterday. I made 2. So this time for today.
You cooked them overnight?
No. I cooked it for like 3 hours with onions, salt. I scored the fat. It was really, really good. So that's for dinner. For lunch today, we are probably having, I don't know, my kids are going to have like, tuna fish and pasta or something. Lunchtime for me is breakfast. I'm going to have like Ezekiel bread with banana and peanut butter and iced coffee. I'm very excited about that.
I'll forgive the banana. It's fine. We like you.
Okay. Oh, you don't like bananas? I heard you say that before. Really?
No banana.
Wow.
No banana.
None.
My cookbook is a banana-free book, actually.
Oh, really?
I mean, in the beginning of the book.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, I try to get my kids to like it because, like, it's like raisins. I don't even care to like. I think raisins are gross and offensive, but whatever. Bananas, I really do want to like. Like, it seems so easy. Like, it comes in its own peel. You throw it in your bag. You're hungry. You take it out. It's carby, but it's still a fruit.
Yeah.
It's healthy. Like, I really, really want to like it. I just can't do it. It's the smell, the texture. I can't. But I do. I want to like it. I want to be a banana person.
You described it like somebody who likes it. Yeah, you described all its advantages.
I know. I thought a lot about it. I really want to like them. I just can't do it. It doesn't work. And I can't even drink fruit smoothies because in my mind, everybody puts bananas in their fruit smoothies. So when I drink a smoothie, even if I made it and I know there's no banana, it tastes like banana to me. And I can't do it.
Yeah, well, I can't do smoothie. So
you don't like smoothies?
Can't do it. I once went on like a smoothie diet when I was like 16. So that's it. Never again can I have a smoothie or a milkshake or anything that's pureed. Nothing.
The smoothies are your vegan cheesecake.
Oh, totally. The trauma.
That's amazing. Okay, Shifra, you are the best. Thank you so much for coming on. Everybody go check out Playshigs at Playshigs Mag to see what's going on. I'm sure there's going to be a swipe up today, right? You'll put a swipe up so that they can swipe up to the
to subscribe.
To the subscription. If they subscribe today, will they get the issue on time?
Yes, the issue will come on time, and it goes straight to your mailbox. And we also, if you buy it for somebody as a gift, we write personal messages on the cover. On like the sticker, it says like, you can, so like let's say you your mother's personal thing, even a joke, and like on the label, it's very cute.
That's awesome. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, I'm so excited. Shifra, thank you so much for joining us. Have a really, really good day.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. She's just so amazing. She really is like the best combination of like chilled out and passionate, and she's hilarious, and like everything just slides and like, hilarious. Her and Shlomi are like literally two of the most wonderful people to work with, really. Like, it's sometimes really hard to be like a woman working by yourself. Like, you're basically a freelancer, right? Like, you're doing your own thing, and like these companies hire you and you don't have like a whole company behind you. And Shlomi and Shifra are just the most respectful, the nicest, respectful of the creative process, kind and open-minded. And I love the magazine. I really, 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 really do. They never approached me. Actually, they did ask me to be the guest editor last year, like in February time, so over a year ago. But since then, it's been me. I keep coming back to them. Can I do more? Can I work with you? Can I do this with you? because every experience I have working with them is just each time better than the next. So that's pretty wonderful. Okay, I want to jump right into our next guest. She is somebody I absolutely love. She did come on before Pesach, but my reception was really bad. And she just needs more time because she's amazing. I love her. I reached out to her myself about a year ago when I knew I was going to America for the summer. Khanchi!
Hi.
How are you?
Thank God. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yeah, perfect. Perfect.
I'm hiding outside again.
Oh, it's a good, you hide wherever you have to hide, you know? It's all good. We respect the hiding these days. We get it. I was just telling them how I reached out to you a year and a half ago because I saw Mimi from Mimu Maxi post about what you do, and it like spoke to my soul. And I literally saved up on my own. I didn't even want anybody. Ellie had said, okay, maybe you want that as your birthday present. I was like, no, I needed to do it by myself. I set up a meeting with you. I did the full palette session, and it was amazing for me. Besides the fact that I learned so much about my coloring and myself and things I never thought about, I'm really not a clothing person. And I think that's a misconception. People think that it's only purposeful to them if they love clothing or they love to shop. It's not. It's so much more than that. It was such a healing process for me. And it was so cathartic in a way. Like it was really calming and really peaceful. I mean, your whole aura is very, very calming. Your energies. I keep saying the people that get matched up every day, it's unbelievable because they're always similar. There's always a similarity. And you and Shifra are both very, very, very calm people, but calming in the way that you actually bring calmness to other people, which is unique. And you're amazing. So thank you for coming back here today, Khanchi.
It's always my pleasure. It's always fun to have someone to talk to when there's no one around also.
That's true. Okay, wait, before we go into what you do, can you tell me, are you on board with my tie-dyeing obsession? Does that fit into my palette?
Absolutely. Well, the good thing about you being a spring is that springs kind of like do almost anything, especially things that are fun. Like the tie-dye thing with, just fun and cute and pretty. It totally works for springs. It's like the perfect thing for a spring. It adds interest to something that's boring. Like you take one color that's just like plain, and then you just like add a pop of color to it. Like what is there not to like about that?
Amazing.
I love that shirt.
Okay, well,
yeah.
Thank you. I feel very validated because I actually was wondering, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know if this is my palette. I'm mixing colors now. I usually wear solid colors. Okay.
Pop of color in there, which is so good for you. A little brightness.
Thank you so much, Khanchi. Okay, do you want to tell everybody a little bit about what you do, how you approach deciding what season somebody is, how you create a palette for somebody?
Okay, so there's different kinds of color. People, probably one of the most asked questions that I get is, can I wear blue or can I wear red? And what the misconception that people have is that blue is not blue and red is not red. To me, not even to me, just in general, there's hundreds and hundreds of shades of blue and green and yellow, and every single color has a lot of different shades. And nobody can wear all the shades of blue or all the shades of red, but most people have some shade of every color that they can wear. And what makes the shade good for you is your own coloring, right? Every person is made up of colors. In your skin, you have your pinks, you have your reds, you have your yellows, you have some whites and taupes and beiges. In your eyes, you have even somebody with brown eyes has tons and tons of different shades of colors in their eyes. You can have some yellow, you can have green. What kind of browns do you have? Your hair has tons and tons of different shades of colors. And depending on what shades of colors you're made up of, the tone of the colors is going to be different for you. Okay, so we're not like pulling colors out of a hat. We're looking at you. Every single person is unique. I always say Hashem doesn't make mistakes. And it's very interesting to see how somebody's hair color, eye color, and skin color work together to balance a person. And then the color that's good on you works together with that balance to create the most visually pleasing, you know, combination. And also not just visually, but emotionally. People wear the right colors. They just, you know, you feel better.
You know, that was my mother calling, and she knows. Like, she knows we are live right now. I don't know what she's thinking. Mom? So, can you call my mother, please, and tell her that I'm live? Because my mother will keep calling back until I pick up, you know? No, that's the door from the wind. Sorry, Khanji.
It's okay. So basically...
Okay, yeah, wait. So you were saying that they're, like, different...
So different shades of color. So let's say you can have, for example, right? Because you're wearing green. So
you are all witnesses. You are witnesses to this now, okay? I said she will keep calling.
send her a message.
What?
Your mom's great. Send her a message.
She's amazing. I can't because I'm on the live, but it's fine. Ellie's going to call her.
Okay.
Are you calling her? Okay, sorry, Khanji.
You're calling back.
No. Okay, I think we're good now. He got me.
You're wearing green, right? So let's say if somebody's painting a color, right, you take the pure pigment green, which is kind of like more of a bright, intense green, which is something that somebody who has like more intense coloring can wear. And if you mix, let's say white into that color, you're gonna get a color that's called tint, right? Because it's light and bright. You can add water or white and you'll get some version of that, right? So that color is gonna be like lighter and brighter or like a little washed out. And that color is very good for springs. Because the colors in the springtime and the people who have coloring.
Is that this?
So some version of that. That's more of like a neutral, wearing a little bit of a darker version. But if you were to wear that in a lighter version, like more of like, you know, one of your just like regular colors that are not neutrals, it would be lighter and brighter, right? And you can pull that off because your skin tone is like that. If we were to make your skin tone, you could see yourself in the you know, in the picture.
Wait, you're breaking up a little, Khanji.
You hear me now? You hear me now?
Yeah, but it's blurry. It's a little blurry.
Better? Or worse?
No, it's like, look, you're frozen now. We hear you, but you're frozen. Oh, there you go. You're back. Okay, you look beautiful. Okay. Amazing.
So basically, depending on how someone looks and the kind of color combinations that they have in themselves, the colors that are going to work for them are going to be the similar kind of color combination, right? So people who are summers, they have a lot of gray in their tone and a lot of softness. So if you would take that same green and add a little bit of gray, which is going to soften it, what we call muted, it's going to mute the color, that is going to balance a person who has the same kind of tone. Right?
Got it.
And then autumns, I mean, everybody, you know, knows what the autumn looks like. Everything's toasted and everything's like muted with brown. So again, it's the same kind of thing, but with brown and the richness of those colors. So people who look like that, meaning who have, you know, brown coloring.
Are all redheads autumns?
No.
What? Really?
Most redheads are autumns. I had a redhead recently who was a summer.
Really?
Yeah. Her tone, yeah. I mean, her colors were the most gorgeous colors you've ever seen in your life. And she did have some autumn influence in her coloring, but her colors were, every single person's colors is unique. So there's no rules, you know? Like when someone comes in, I look at them and there's nobody else who looks like that.
Right. It's true.
You know?
Okay, wait. So somebody's asking, what if you dye your hair? Somebody's asking, what if your sheitel is a different color than, but really your sheitel shouldn't really be, like your sheitel should work with your tones.
Right. Okay, so that's a good question. Basically, you know that a sheitel is working for you if it makes your skin tone look healthy. The same way that your hair would make your skin tone look healthy. Okay.
Like it adds like that vibrancy.
Yeah. So it's fine to dye your hair and dye your, you know, and have a wig that's a little lighter, a little darker, but you don't want it to change the tone. So let's say somebody has really warm color hair, right? They have a lot of reds and a lot of oranges, and then they go and start putting ashy colors in their hair. They're going to look sick. And it's the same with the other side. You know, somebody has like ashy tone hair and they make their hair very, very, very warm. It's again going to make their skin tone look a little off. So as long as you stay within the right color tone, right? So you can have ashy hair, you can go a little darker, or you can put in like ashy blonde highlights. It's totally fine. And it might soften your colors a little bit. You know, like if you have very, very dark hair naturally and you put in some lighter highlights, so maybe you won't be able to wear as dark colors as you did before. It might soften things a little bit, but it's not going to change your colors as long as it's the right tone.
Right. It's so interesting because I find with me personally, I think I'm fairly faired skin. I have pretty fair skin, but I really have the skin of my mother. I have like a more sparty type of skin. I don't know if like everybody here will get that, but it is like my aunt. Like there's a lot of like whatever. Anyway, but I'm fair like my father. And what's so interesting I find is that if I put on the hi mom, how are you? Welcome. Thanks. She's on here. Mom, everybody saw you keep calling. We all saw it. Welcome. If I put on the wrong color tichel, my skin looks see-through. It's really weird. And like, no, like when I used to explain that to Ellie, he thought I was crazy. And then one day I just showed him, I'm like, look at this and look at this. And he was like, oh, it does look see-through. There's no other way for me to explain it. I look like it doesn't look good. It looks like gray and like a zombie. It's just, it's not right on my face. I don't know what it is. So why is
it's not balancing you? It's for someone else. It belongs to someone else, not to you.
So actually with me though, there was a color that you told me I cannot wear.
Was it gray? What color was
Yellow.
it? Yellow, right. Well, yellow.
Right, no yellows. But
I give you a champagne, which is like
right. No, you gave me a champagne.
A very, 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 very light, like stretch of being yellow.
What I found so interesting though was that you gave me my palette, and when you first gave me my palette, there was a few of the what are those called? The sticks. The sticks that I really, really, really connected to, and then like throughout different points in the past year and a half, I have found myself drawn to different sticks, and like I would say the last 2 months, I'm actually phasing out now, but the last 2 months I've only wanted to wear green. I don't know why. Like I bought like 4 or 5 different green tops, and I only wanted to wear those. I didn't want to wear navy or blue, which I was very connected to before. And it's not anything that I would have ever been in tune or like in touch with before I met you.
Well, actually in the Torah, it talks a lot about color. Like when it talks about the Beis HaMikdash and the Mishkan, and there's a lot of different portions that talk about the like emotional and spiritual significance of color. And I really, really, really see it. I know I see it with myself. Like I'll wake up in the morning and I'll think like, you know, if I had something special planned that I was supposed to wear a certain outfit, and I'll wake up and I'll say, I just got in the mood of that color. Like emotionally, it's not going to work for me today. I need something else.
True.
You know, and it's interesting because there's a lot of, you know, information and interesting things to be said about.
1 second. I shape them so you can play for longer, and then you can just come and curl them. You wanted to shape them?
No, I just didn't know when I came.
Oh, no. I did it for you, so you wouldn't have to do it.
It's fine. Should I cook them now?
No. You go play like 6:45.
It's fine.
Okay, but it's too early.
Okay.
6:45. Okay.
Fine.
What?
I know what to do.
Okay, perfect. I made the special sauce, by the way. Okay, sorry, Sanchi. Okay, so what does it mean though when we're actually connecting to a certain color? Is it could it be that the season has changed? Like in the spring, last summer and fall, I was more connected to blue because of the weather, or could it be of like what you're going through internally?
So I think both. I think it's both. It's actually interesting. For a little while, when one of my pregnancies, I was very, very anemic, and I only wanted to wear red, a very specific shade of red. And it was very, very weird. I didn't know I was anemic. Every single day, I just wanted to wear red. And then I found out that I was anemic, and I was like, oh, that makes sense. Like my body needs something, and it's trying to get it, but it doesn't know how. And something about that specific shade of red that was like a blood red, I just needed it. And it was only
That's unbelievable. It's unbelievable how that works.
The same way that we crave food, and people talk about craving food and how you're, especially a pregnant woman who craves food, like there's something about that food that your body needs, right? So I think it's the same thing. If you're in tune with, what you're wearing and kind of like listening to yourself of, what colors you want to wear and what things you want to be surrounded with, I think for sure that we need.
It's amazing. I think it's really incredible. I also always think about like when I go to not just get dressed, but when I go to buy dishes, when I go to furnish my house, like you really taught me a lot about like your surroundings should reflect you. They should be in your palette. You will feel more at peace. And actually, this gray is really not in my palette.
Right.
And since I learned through you that gray was not part of my palette, you should know it really does bother me. It's not something I can fix right now. Please, God, eventually I will. But it does. I see that I sit down. I love my chair. I don't know if people notice when I do the lives, I arrange it to get as little of the gray as possible because it doesn't make me happy. I liked how it looked aesthetically. I liked the vibe of the gray with the purple, but I wanted to like it. But it really doesn't work. It doesn't work for me. And I only found that out through you.
Well, just for some piece of advice for when you paint your room in the future, just to know that sometimes a color looks a certain way in the can or even on a wall in a different room, and it can translate differently depending on the lighting in the room.
Oh, Hanchi, I'm going crazy. You don't even know. I have a whole plan. I'm wallpapering this with like some sort of floral wallpaper.
Wow. Fun.
That's insane, right? I know.
I love it.
If I could find tie-dye wallpaper, but like a very subtle tie-dye, I would do it. But I don't know if I'll be able to find that. Like a light purple, light pink, white.
That could be your project for today, taking a white sheet and hanging it on the wall.
Should I tie-dye a white sheet and hang it up?
Do it. Just for quarantine.
I don't have extra sheets though. We live in a 100-meter apartment. Anytime there's something extra, I get rid of it. I can't have extra stuff here. 1 second. We need to jump off and take a 2-minute break. But I want to talk about your color parties, like your color session party, your color palette parties. I want to show you the project that I made with the kids, the Corona project, because I took your color palette into consideration and it came out, I think, really nice. But I'm curious what you think. And I want you to talk to everybody about this time shopping, finding clothes that are right for you, styling properly, especially as our bodies are going through a lot of changes right now, what we can do to feel our best. So we're going to take a 2-minute break and we'll be right back. Okay? Everybody stay tuned because we also have the giveaway at the end and we'll see you back here. Okay?
Okay. Bye.
Thanks, Kanchi. Bye.